We're in Milan. That was a huge KO. One for the highlight reel. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, mixed emotions right now. I'm a little bit on a high. I'm going to celebrate tonight. I'm going to celebrate when I get home to my girls, but I have a lot to work on. Forward, I felt great. I felt really good. He started giving me a little bit of trouble with the leg kick, but then I started checking it. I was countering him nice, but when he shifted his forward, I didn't do enough on the back foot. And I usually pride myself on how switched on I stay and how alert I am on the back foot. But I let it slip tonight, and I almost paid the price. But you can't rule me out because I have the biggest heart in the game. Never mind the biggest right hand, I have the biggest heart in the game.
And we spoke in the week. You obviously changed your weight class. You mentioned that a lot of bantamweights were not taking fights for you. You were really frustrated. You made a statement here tonight. What happens next for you?
I want to go to bantamweight. Like I purposely cut weight where I'm not a size where I don't feel comfortable at 45. I feel fine at 45. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like a fucking mutant at 135, and that's where I want to be. So this camp for the last year, I've been making my way down to weight and feeling good and ready to fight 135. But I got so many guys who just didn't want this fight. They said no, they couldn't. They couldn't get in touch with their manager. They had visa issues, yada yada yada. But I had to step up and fight a 145er tonight. He was a bigger guy than me. He had plenty of power, but look at it. I had plenty of power too, as I showed tonight. So 135 next against the top 5. That's what I want. If someone will step up.
Andy?
Hey, Brian. Andy Stevenson here. Congratulations on the win. First of all, 17 months out of the cage due to injuries and coronavirus rescheduling. That was an incredible performance tonight. Just how does it feel to get back in there?
You know what? It feels great. And I don't want to sound dramatic, but that was the longest I've ever been away from my 2 kids at one time. And it ate me up, I swear to God. It was tough. And, yesterday and today, I really felt it. But I had to stay switched on. And I got the win tonight. I'd like to say that the ring rust didn't have an effect. But on the back foot tonight, I just wasn't switched on. I don't know whether if I fought 8 weeks ago or 18 months ago would have had the same effect, but something I need to work on. When I think about it, all this camp was me going forward, pulling, countering, and doing so beautifully. And I've done it well tonight, but I didn't do enough on the back foot. But the actual experience, I feel great to be back.
And Brian, you were dropped with a big left hook from D'Anna early in the second. What was going through your mind at that point?
I was pissed off at myself. I got always so hard on myself. But when I was on the ground, I was like, "You fucking idiot! What are you doing? You know what I mean? You're being lazy." I pride myself on being a really hard-working guy. I do 75 to 80 hours a week, and 15 minutes should feel like nothing. Stay switched on and alert. So I was calling myself a fucking idiot on the bottom because I shouldn't be getting hit with shots like that. He done a great job. I don't know if people picked it up at home, but he was shifting. Right foot leading with the right, left foot leading with the left. It was like what Jack Dempsey used to do. And he done a great job of it. And it's just that delayed shot, I wasn't really expecting it to come, and then it came. And excuses. You know what I mean? I shouldn't be getting hit.
Jay Anderson.
Thanks very much. And Brian, congratulations on the win. Just a couple quick ones from me. You had a fight booked with Toby Misech a while back that you were forced to pull out of. Now that he's coming off a win over Eric Perez, is that a fight that you'd like to try and get rescheduled?
Yeah, whatever. I wanted Ricky Bandejas, and then Leandro Higo was at a fight here as well. There's 2 guys. There's many more that were meant to be here tonight. They're not. So yeah, either of those guys I'd like. Toby's a great fighter too. Yeah. Is Toby 135? He keeps missing weight, isn't that right? You know what I mean? I want to fight 135. I want to fight top 5 guys. You know what I mean? Bandejas, we have a bit of history. Higo, we have a bit of history. I like those 2 fights. I think they're matched up. So yeah, give me the winner of those. That's what I'm after.
This is the other one for me. It seems like Bellator has really made some headway into Europe with the European series, with the upcoming card in France, which is absolutely historic. Do you kind of get that feeling when you talk to fans, like Bellator has really established its brand over there?
Yeah, amazingly so. Look at fighters act spoiled. It just goes with fucking par with the course as such. But we are lucky to be with Bellator. You think about what these guys have had to do to pull out this. If someone had said to me mid-lockdown that I would be fighting in Italy, of all places, in October, I would have said, get the fuck out of here. But we're here. The amount of work that these guys had to put in to do that is absolutely insane. So, yes, I think Bellator are lucky to have us, especially me, because I fucking fight anybody. I offered to fight, what's his name? I've pulled out the main Anderson. I
Anderson.
offered to fight Anderson for a bigger payday tonight, you know, but we're lucky to have Bellator. We really are. Like, if you think about what they've done for us so far.
Good stuff. Well, congratulations again.
Hey, Brian, Doug Corby here. I wanted to ask you about the time that you've spent out with different injuries, and then there was the lockdown. Can you talk us through how difficult these last few months have been, and how that affected you going into tonight?
It's like people say injuries, and I get it. They think that I'm super injury prone, but really, break it down, guys. It's one bad injury. I fought Noad Lahat. I broke my 2 hands. I broke them after 5 minutes. I fought for another 10. I smashed them so bad they were fragmented that a team of plastic surgeons put them together. That takes time. It's not as if I was pulling a hamstring and breaking a fucking leg and doing this. I broke my hands, and because I kept fighting, they took a long time to heal, and that's why. And it was frustrating. Even before I went out, Matt, he's a fucking legend of a cut man. He had to wrap them babies so tight, and I was shitting myself to throw them. That's how much it's in my head at times. But you know, I'm here, and I'm doing the damn thing, so I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm happy, and injuries are just part of this game. But I look back at fights like this tonight. Although I'm pissed off with my performance, I'm gonna look back at shit like this, and when I'm an old man, I go, you know what? That was the fucking life. You know that. I hope my girls see that fight when they're older and are proud of their old man for doing what he did tonight.
It's been a difficult year for everyone around the world. In Ireland, obviously, you're traveling a lot to get to training and things like that, and there's different restrictions on different areas. Was training difficult for you, given everything that was happening in Ireland at the time?
No, man, I love training, and I built a gym right beside my home. At the start of lockdown, I said, right, I need to just expedite this, and we got it done. And so I was able to do a lot of training myself. Now with the Dublin lockdown recently, I was unable to go to Dublin for the last 2 weeks, but my training was done, and I'm very focused. You mightn't have thought it by my head movement tonight, but I am very focused. So, you know, I do a lot of training by myself, and I've made leaps and bounds since I switched over to that format. And, you know, so the lockdown was good for some, bad for others. It was definitely very good for me.
Luis?
Finally, you get your second victory in a row in Bellator. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, man, it's just what I need to be doing. Like, you guys have seen my skill set. You know, I'm able to sub guys. I'm able to knock out guys. What maybe you haven't seen is the heart that I have. I'm never out of a fight. You can try. I could be this close. You could kill me. You could be this close to killing me, and I'm going to still claw my way back and give it all I can. You know, my mindset. I have the best life in the world. There's not a man that has a better life than me because of my girls. But I'm willing to die in there, and not many are. But that's what's different about me. You know what I mean? So I have all those attributes. Now you've seen that as well as my skill set. So putting wins together is what's going to get me to a title shot. You know, I see the champ there. He's probably the only one I respect out of the division. That one Archuleta. He's a stud, as he yanks like to call him. But I think I have the game to beat him, and I look forward to that day.
This was your return to the featherweight division. How did you feel in this return, and why did you come back coming off a victory in bantamweight? And which division fits you the most?
Okay, 3 questions. I'm a bantamweight. I moved up to featherweight tonight because there wasn't a bantamweight in the world that would fight me. I said it to Jude Samuel on the way. I goes, come on, bantamweight next, let's go. And he goes, hey, I tried. And he did, God willing, he did try. So I had to move up tonight. And if I'm a natural 145, or if I'm going to stay at 145, I want to keep the size that I had, but I'm a 135. I made that choice. And tonight I felt outsized, but I'm never outgunned, you know what I mean? But 135 is my home. And like skill for skill, I'm better than these guys. But when you go against guys that are bigger, that mightn't be as skilled, you are putting yourself in a bit of a deficit. So, you know, I had to pull some stops out tonight. But 135 is where I'm at.
We'll take 1 or 2 more. Jake Smith.
Brian, congratulations on the win. I mean, it was the left hook to finish it, but you found a lot of success with that uppercut in there tonight. Was that something that...
left hook, was it? I thought it was the right straight. I thought it was the right over his jab, no?
Sorry, I might have that wrong. But
yeah,
it was but you did find a lot of success with that uppercut in there tonight. Was that something that you game planned going into the fight, or was that something that developed throughout the fight that you've seen an area to exploit?
Yeah, to be honest, Jake, man, I had so many opponents that I was studying these guys, and I came to him and I was like, right, I'll get 1 or 2 and I'll go from there. But my jab was crisp. It just kept bouncing off his nose tonight. And next minute he started dipping his head, and it was there. And I threw it in the first round and I rocked him, or the start of the second, I can't remember. And he got a bit wary to it. when I cracked him with a couple of bigger straight shots, he started dipping again, and then I knew it was there. You know what I mean? Then I knew it was there. My left hook, I was loading on a little bit tonight, but my jab was sweet. My movement going back was atrocious, though. That's something I need to work on for sure.
Finally, from me, it's been a very successful time out in Milan for SBG in the manner of one tribe, one vibe. Sorry, what's it been like to have the team around you in the build up to this fight?
Jake, I travelled 2 hours to Dublin and 2 hours back. There's gyms closer to me. There's coaches closer to me. I'm a SBG man all day long, and I will die an SBG man. Simple as. I owe so much to my coach, John Cabinet, and we have something very special. And my teammates that aren't with us anymore, I love those guys to death still. You know what I mean? A lot of people have went their separate ways and what, but SBG is something special. John has created that, and you know, I travel 2 hours. There's lads who travel all over the world to come, and we have something special right now, and we're very blessed to be part of this team.
Our last question comes from the line of Andy Stevenson. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, just 2 more from me, Brian, and then I promise you,
Really,
let you go.
Andy.
I know. So 2 more questions. So there's been a strong focus from Bellator Europe on the Irish scene. There's a lot of Irish fighters in there. You've been a stalwart for Irish MMA for many, many years now. Did Bellator miss a step by not promoting you to the main event tonight?
You know what? I'm a good company man, so I'm not going to talk any negative. But I think if you had put that in main event, look at, just take a step back. You always know I'm going to be an exciting fight. Everybody knows that. You know what I mean? And make it exciting. If I came, if I went out and I'd taken him down and laid on him, which I'm well capable of doing, you know, and made it more clear cut, I would have been more pissed off than the result I got. They know if they put me in a fight, I'm going to make it a fight. So yeah, it would have made a great main event. Let's be honest, yeah.
And last question from me. So the Ricky Bandejas fight has been long talked about now. I know you've been trading barbs online and you've respect for each other, but ultimately you both want to fight each other. Are you looking at that fight between him and Leandro Higo at the end of this month and thinking, I want the winner, or do you absolutely want Ricky Bandejas next?
I want the winner, and I'll tell you why. My opponent pulled out with this quite a while back. Leandro Higo was up then, and he couldn't get his visa sorted. He had plenty of time. He couldn't get his visa sorted. That led to, you know, we were looking for someone. We had to go up 145. I messaged Ricky. I said, hey, get your manager on this. You have a month. Let's go to Milan. Let's get it done. And I heard nothing back. So I don't know if these guys want it. And to be honest, if you look at my record, I'm 13-7. Like, that doesn't look at my record closely. I'm a much better fighter than 13-7. You look at my fights, you're in for a bad night. No matter who the fuck you are, you're in trouble. So maybe they don't want that. Maybe they want a handier fight. And, you know, I don't understand that mindset, to be perfectly honest. I'm always up for the tough ones, you know what I mean? But I'll take the winner of that fight.
All right. Thanks a lot for the time, Brian. Congratulations.